This is it. We're recording.
Oh, really?
That's how fast it goes.
Nice. Just so I have to check my phone as well. Cool.
Yes.
Right.
Hello, audience of podcast people.
Hello, viewers. Well, listeners.
Listeners. I hope you had a fine. You found your way to us easily.
Everyone's already tuned out by now. The stuttering.
I think it's the stuttering. But we had a great start. I think it was just the surprise made it.
The surprise. A bit of rising action.
Did I even tell you where we are going to be? I'm planning on doing a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah. Talk show.
What do you mean? Do you want us on a talk show?
Have you ever seen Good Mythical Morning?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we need to do that. Just when we're done, I'll make you watch an episode of Good Mythical Morning. I'll find a good one.
What is it about?
Two guys who sit in front of a camera at a desk, and they talk about stuff. They invented the Will It challenge, like Will It pizza, Will It apple pie, Will It whatever.
I haven't even heard of the Will It challenge, but it sounds.
It was really big back in 2013-ish.
I haven't been here in 2013. Yeah. Well, my point was that we need a frame to put in the background, like a drawn logo for the Simon and Xanfunkel podcast.
I think our names in a heart with a bow through it was good enough.
Yeah, I could take a picture of that.
Is it still on the wall?
It's still on the wall, yeah. Just above our Polaroid.
For people who have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a wall of pictures behind me with a lot of girlfriends being kissed and a girlfriend with tongue out. A football club logo stadium. Oh, we've got a what's that? A&S? Oh yeah.
What are you looking at?
There on the beach.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll see it. And then the picture of my dog, which is look, there's cinema tickets too. Oh, and I think that's a birthday card. Is that from her as well?
What are we talking?
The card in German.
The birthday. No, that's the that's an arrival card. I invented that.
An arrival card. Tell me about arrival cards then for our first topic.
For our first topic, we didn't even do the setting. Let's just fly over that. I'm Simon.
I'm Xanfunkel.
Next to me is Xanfunkel. We don't have any copyright for these names. I don't think we need it. We both are men.
Yes.
And we are doing a podcast.
Yes.
Next to a podcast, we are also doing films.
Yes.
And I'm from Germany, and my friend here is
about the most English person on the planet.
Yeah, that's probably what makes our podcast so good then, in the end. It looks really cool.
Well, the lines.
The lines, the dialogue. Yeah. We've got Audacity open on the laptop next to us. And always sees when your frequency is high. Okay, so what was the first topic again? No, you just announced one.
Yeah. Tell me about your...
arrival cards. My invention.
Yes.
So it's a welcoming card.
Yes.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You get it someone, you write hello in it. It's you write some wishes for the time with the person.
But isn't that the point of saying hello and making a plan of what you're going to do while you're there?
Yeah, but a card is cooler.
Yeah, but be honest with me. Right, that card's in German, so I can't read it.
Yes.
You say hello, and you talk about your wishes to do with. You talk about what you want to do with that person while they're there. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Does that card say hello, Simon's girlfriend?
No, that's from her for me.
Does it say hello, Simon? I want to.
I don't even remember, and I don't want to look it up now. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It doesn't. It has a lot of sayings like,
"I love you."
Yes. Okay. We've gone over my cliche relationship.
Oh, it's fine. It's better than no relationship.
Yeah. If you're ever about to welcome someone, get them a welcoming arrival card.
Well, you'll know. I spent the last £2 of my wallet on the film that we're going to watch later, Skyfall.
It says £1 on it.
Oh, because I also bought another one, Paranormal Activity 2.
Oh.
I didn't buy 2 Skyfalls. I don't like it that much. I do love it,
but I think it says a lot when you have to buy a film for £1.
Excuse me.
It's not really.
Excuse me. Let's just talk about.
Now we're getting our money out. Apparently, I already earned a lot with this podcast. That's a lot of money. I'm quite wealthy. I'm the wealthy one of us, because I'm German.
But I'm the attractive one.
Yes, of course. Something I wanted to tell. My mother told me the other day.
Yeah, go on.
That of Simon and Garfunkel, the original.
Yeah.
Garfunkel, in secret, actually didn't like Simon. Couldn't stand him.
Oh, cool.
Does that say anything about us?
I think it's the other way around, honestly.
Okay.
For anyone, well, for the people listening, you can't actually see what's happened. I said it's the other way around. He actually looked at me and slightly nodded, and then picked up the pen. Like, help me.
I didn't understand what you said. No, I love you. That's why we're watching. Are we watching 2 movies today? I have time. I have a lot of dip. Now we have.
You don't like horror movies though. If you did, I'd make you watch the first one. You've got Prime, haven't you?
I have Prime, yeah.
Yeah, we can watch the first one then. I've got the second one because I've not seen it yet.
Now we've got some casual conversations, some social life conversations.
Oh, it's fine. No, I mean.
We are at 6 minutes 30 seconds.
No. You just gotta like let it go dead for a second, so everyone thinks it's cut off. Just dead silence. You know, you ever hear the saying that radio should never have complete silence ever?
No, I've never heard that, but I'm not on the radio. Oh. Not yet.
Well, no, but like audio recording should never have just dead silence because you can't see what's going on. They could just be masturbating for all you know. So.
Oh yeah, I know that. I listened to a song once that had the first 10 seconds of the song were just as before the intro started were just silent, and I skipped the song because I thought it was nothing, it wasn't working or something.
Yeah, dead silence isn't good.
And that's why we're doing a lot of it.
What, dead silence?
Yeah, you just wanted some dead silence. You just said we should be silent for a minute.
Oh, that was just for irony's sake. Because...
Okay. Because we're not professional audio people. I could cut that out though. I've got the means to cut that out.
You could, but then again, if you cut out that, you've got to cut out the bit explaining it, and I spent a solid minute explaining it, so you're just cutting out runtime now.
What are we gonna do with censoring stuff? For example, when you said that I would. Should I do the of SpongeBob where they have the dolphin shout? Should I put that over there?
Actually, yeah, that's quite a good idea. You can tell, listeners, that we are very, very pre-planned about this. We didn't write this on a piece of old homeworks.
No, that's my exam schedule.
We didn't write it over his GCSE
we're not grown men.
schedule.
We're not grown men yet.
This reminds me of the SpongeBob movie. I'm not a manager, I'm a kidager.
Yeah, I've got dip. That's the thing. If we want to watch a lot of movies, I've got dip.
You've got dip?
I've got Thousand Island dip, I've got sour cream, I've got salsa dip, I've got cheese dip.
I'm disgusting. I just heard I have dip. Bearing in mind an hour ago you said, oh, I'm going to watch it in my room so we have to cuddle. We're not, no. He is very much a straight man. Well, he is at the minute. And the thing is, at this point, I'm so single nobody knows. I just kind of exist in my own realm of reality.
I've been through that. Are you enjoying it? I don't know if I've been through it, but I've been to similar experiences.
You get used to it. I just don't know how to act around other people now, especially people that go, "Oh yes."
That's why we have a podcast.
Yeah. Get me out there. By the way, don't look at any pictures of me. That'll put you off. Just listen to my voice. Apparently, I've got a nice accent.
That's true, but I've already put pictures of us on our profiles.
It wasn't the one in BTEC Sport from underneath the table, was it?
Yeah, that was the one for SoundCloud profile.
Okay, well, I'm the one with the man bun and the glasses.
Yeah, very interesting. I could just put a picture of me and then put up my face on your face.
When you say put a picture of me and cut my purr and then stop, it just doesn't sound good.
What are we doing? No, I said we're doing a podcast because
Yeah.
we don't have to get any other people involved.
No, we struggle to find people.
I bet there are already listeners out there saying, "How could you say that?" But we don't hear it. That's the good thing.
That's the best thing. We can't hear you. Oh, if you notice something, my voice thingy is a lot smaller than yours.
We're not at different distances from the microphone. Ah, that's interesting.
Well, there you go. I'm quiet. I'm just naturally. Although I have found when sober, that's very important. When sober, English people are naturally speak quieter than a lot of Europeans.
Yeah, the rest of Europe speaks louder when they're. Oh wait, we're saying when you're sober.
When sober. When we're drunk, we're the loudest in the world.
Well, every country gets loud, but France maybe, when they're drunk.
I've never seen a drunk French person before. I've seen a lot of drunk Spaniards. They're loud. Well, they're very loud.
Do French people ever get drunk? Anyone out there knowing French? French people?
Billy doesn't
No,
count.
they have a lot of wine and expensive stuff, but do they get drunk on it, or is it just like the?
It's just to sell. I mean, if you live in the south of France and you've got a wine distillery, or I forgot, it's not a wine, so is it a vineyard? I don't know. But if you've got a wine cellar, it's worth thousands of euros or pounds or dollars a bottle. There is no way you're going to be drinking that. You'll be making the money and then buying something cheaper.
So we conclude that we don't think French people ever drink their own wine.
Yeah, no, the thing is, they make the best wine in the world and the best champagne in the world. It's kind of fact, except perhaps the Italians, I think they make.
Yeah, they make a lot of wine too.
But
what about French beer? Isn't that the Stella Artois?
no, that's Spanish.
Oh, that's Spanish. I didn't know that. I always thought it was French.
Or is it? No, it's definitely Spanish because my uncle drank it when he lived out there.
Now I'm going to look that up.
I think it's Spanish because Stella Artois sounds French, but
Yeah, I think I had an advertising on YouTube for it.
But then it's very popular in Spain. I know that.
Stella Artois. It's Belgian. We're
Belgian.
both wrong.
Both wrong, yeah.
Belgian Pilsner.
Well, it is definitely very popular in Spain. I can tell you that for a fact.
Well, now we've cleared that out of the way. I don't think I'll ever drink that.
Stella's all right.
I've never drank it.
It's
drank it.
Well, I don't like Carling. I don't like Carlsberg. I don't like Foster's. It all tastes like piss.
What about Heineken?
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm not really into. I like Desperados. Party beer.
No, I like fruity ciders. I'm basically just a homosexual at this point. Wow, first gay joke. I'm sorry, by the way. I have a pass for reasons I shall not disclose yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, no. That comes later. Oh, by the way, Mum, if you're watching. I did finger guns, just so you know.
Yeah, good that we've cleared that out of the way. I like we've done 13 minutes into the podcast and we're discussing the qualities of alcohol.
The thing is, though, we have a plan, and people plan these things, but the idea of a podcast is to listen to somebody talk bollocks for 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's what you do in a podcast.
Yeah,
you don't really work down the plan. You just get some inspiration from it.
This is just proof that we can talk enough bollocks to actually do this quite regularly.
Yeah, I think for now it works better than I thought it would.
Expecting a lot of silences. Right, rising action. Oh, here we are.
Oh, we planned it like a theatre because we are quite arrogant.
Oh yeah, very, very arrogant. Movie stuff, music stuff, or politics?
I think we're gonna start with movie stuff.
Movie stuff. Okay.
We both are actors, directors, script writers.
I'm better at that.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just how do you call it, runner on set. We're filming a lot, but I'm not really acting anything. I've got my clapperboard.
It's because I wrote you a criminally small role in part 3.
Yeah.
I did give you a criminally small role, and you only have all the scenes with Owen, so I apologise for that.
Like how part 3 is only part B of part 2. Now it gets confusing.
Yeah.
But we've planned films. We're filming at the moment. It's Easter break, and in our free time, we take videos of ourselves.
Sometimes shirtless.
No spoilers, please.
That's him, me shirtless. You.
Well, you're the sexy one. You claimed that earlier.
Yeah, but just because I'm the sexy one doesn't mean I don't have insecurities.
Yeah, okay, that's a valid point. That was a death stare right now.
And just to clear it up, because we talk about part 2s and 3s, we originally planned a trilogy, and then we made like a million spin-off ideas, and then we started filming the trilogy and realised, hang on, it's not particularly good. So we thought, well, if we mix part 2 and 3 together, because 3's the good one, 2's a bit iffy. If we mix them together to create one long thing, we have a 2-part thing where the second part's longer and actually has a rising action and a climax instead of just a climax after a rising action which was separate. I lost that towards the end.
Yeah, you did.
Oh well.
Well, we can say we've done 2 parts, and when filming, we realized that the first of the now I'm getting confused as well. So we've done 3 parts. We've already filmed the first one.
Yeah.
Do you want me to announce it?
Go ahead.
Watch Lost Hope on the YouTube channel of Just Maslak.
I die.
Yeah, he dies. Oh no! Oh god! I spoiled the whole movie. I spoiled the whole movie.
The thing is, it's not a spoiler that I die because it's on the poster.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I don't die. He doesn't kill me. It's all sunshine and rainbows. It's the best thing I'll ever watch. He said, don't go to the cinema to see a Mission Impossible 7 or Top Gun 2 or even any of the Marvel movies. Just go to YouTube and watch Lost Hope. It's all you need in life.
Yeah, that's the worst. So we've the words from our master. So we've done part 1. Then we've done a script for part 2 and a script for part 3. And then filming, we realized that that part 2 is only part 1 of a serious finale, serious season finale. Could you say it like that?
Yeah, it works.
Well,
no, I still like to say, and Maslak, if you're watching, sorry, but it was better originally. It would have held up originally.
It was better originally.
It would have held up originally, but since it was edited down to some bollocks PG rating, you can beep that if you want to, bollocks PG rating, it just fell to pieces because it was just dick jokes and F-bombs.
Yeah, I think it was Mr. I even forgot his name.
Carey.
Mr. Carey.
The thing is though, Mr. Carey.
We talked to Jim Carrey in preparation for the movie, and he said we shouldn't do F-bombs.
Yeah. Well, at least he's a cool dude. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah. I once again forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yes, we should do. No, you're looking at.
Nothing. I was just.
We should do some secret website, Xanorama leaks, Hollywood leaks.
You have a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
I can hit people with it, and of course I can extinguish fires. I'm quite paranoid about that.
I like how the first thing you went with was hitting people with it, not the extinguishing fires with it.
So my point, you got me from my point again. We should do a secret website called Xanorama Leaks. Xanorama is a production studio, and then just public. How do you call it? The verb of public. Publicate. Release the original scripts of them. And that, of course, wasn't our idea. It was some insider in Xanorama who got their hands on original scripts.
You wouldn't have seen it because you don't like it, but I know you've heard about it because we've spoken about it. The Snyder Cut. Justice League.
Jack Snyder Cut, yeah. I heard a lot about it.
Yeah, the Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. By the way, if you're not seeing it, go and watch it. Best 4 hours of my life while I was watching it, and then I watched something better. But it's still good. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Miles better than the original Justice League. Now, for years after Justice League came out, which was in 2017, people were saying, release the Snyder Cut. How about, at the end of part 3, we start petitioning for release the Colton Cut? The question is, would you sign on to reshoot and play Periwinkle again to create a rebooted franchise with my original script?
Only if we get a different actor for the C character, which I don't want to spoiler.
The
And
thing is,
for God. God plays in the movie as well.
Yeah.
But of course we couldn't get a real God.
we tried. He was too busy.
Yeah.
With that, because the fact that we're taking it a lot slower, I don't even think we'll get to see the sequel until summer anyway. So by the time we get actually around to re-releasing the Carlton cut, we'll probably have someone else we could ask who has zero standards.
Yeah, that sounds good. That
So-
sounds good.
Looks like the Carlton cut's on the way then.
The Golden Cat. Is it going to be 4 hours also? I don't even know how we're gonna stretch that.
Just
onto
stick
4
Lost
hours.
Hope at the start as well. Make it one long film. That would actually nearly be feature length.
Yeah, it would.
Just in case you don't know, I don't know if you know this, feature length is only something that's 90 minutes long. So anything that's under 90 minutes isn't class. You can't go and see a film in the cinema that's under 90 minutes long because it's not feature length. So I imagine we could probably just about hit feature length if we mashed it all together and added a bit extra in as well. Maybe some more villain development.
Yeah, that's some more scenes of me. I always like to see me in movies.
I can't. The reason why your part's so small in part 3 is because I can't develop villains very well. I don't get the whole evil gene.
Well, it works because I'm not really here. I'm in Germany with people.
With Mrs. Simon.
Yeah, with Mrs. Simon quite often.
Oh,
Okay, let's
yes.
let's go back to the list. Music. I just remembered when we were talking that we're gonna have new people for the cast of the Golden Cat.
Yeah.
How we are gonna do this leaflet thingy in our
I forgot about the leaflet. I thought we wrote this back in the days of the band.
No, it was just before Christmas when we planned this.
I was going to say, we still going to talk about that because we don't do music anymore, but I realised.
We can play instruments. I'm a.
Vaguely.
Are you talking about me or yourself?
Myself, but now that you mention it.
We were learning. And we're gonna do it again. If we get a new band together, it's gonna be great. Unfortunately, the name Simon Xanfunkel is already taken now.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I just realised like by who, and then I thought, hang on. Yeah, I taught him to play the drums, which was kind of cool. He pitched it pretty well. I then bought a guitar and then realised I can't play the guitar, so I teach myself to play the guitar, and I still can barely play the guitar. That's how many times I can fit guitar into one sentence. And I can't sing. I used to think I didn't think I could, but somebody who's about 6'4", unnaturally tall for the height and the other thing that is involved with them, said, "Oh yeah, he can sing." I'm like, "No, I can't." And someone was like, "You should sing." I'm like, "I can't sing." And then I sang, and everyone said, "You shouldn't sing." So I can't sing, which is annoying because it would have been pretty cool if I could. The original band was just a mess, a complete mess.
Yeah, I hope we're gonna have more hours in a professional music studio. And we need a. Not that maybe I could get aware of audio production now that I'm already cutting the podcast. Maybe I'm just gonna bring my computer into school and then. What are you looking at?
Curtain
I tied my curtain up, yeah, because it would block the. With my curtain down, I only have half the space on my desk.
Would you talk about things that people can't even realise now? What's next? Oh, are we doing music yet?
Yeah, we went a little bit into music. I have a ukulele. But I. Oh, he's getting up. He's getting up.
Oh yeah. Is it still in tune?
I don't think so.
No. It's alright. It's alright. Let's just get a bit of a D out of it.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're supposed to, oh, sorry. How the dolphin you're supposed to make an A out of this? No, that's a wrong. Don't. Oh, just sounds like Nirvana.
Yeah. The plan with my ukulele didn't really work out yet. But if we're gonna start a band, I'll be there. Maybe one of the listeners. Maybe you could text our agent. If you're interested.
All right.
You could text our agent, send an email over that you're interested in becoming a part of our band.
And while you're here, if you're interested, for a short time, basically until we can bother to another one of these, you could have the chance of winning a signed photograph of us.
Do we even have one? You just said you don't want to show us to the public.
You just said you posted a picture of us before we...
That's true.
A signed photograph of us, which we...
Your heroes.
What?
Your heroes. Us, your listener's hero.
To your... Yeah, of your hero. We will write it directly to you. Maybe even put a kiss on the end if you're attractive. It was too late to stop myself.
No, I'm not going to cut that out.
No, because I hope people realise that was a joke.
You drew something.
It's just drawing while I'm talking. Okay, take the paper.
No, I want to know how we going to carry on.
Okay, take the paper for sure.
You're not 5 years old. You don't have to draw on something right here.
Oh, he's getting the paper out now.
You can have a piece of paper. Aww. And I have a lot of colored pens.
Oh, look at that.
You can have yellow. Piss yellow.
Piss yellow, yeah.
We have brown.
I'm going to go into what that looks like.
Red.
Now, if you see that in the brown thing, you need to call a doctor.
Orange. What else?
If we started with piss, the colours that are coming out, they're getting more scary. Purple.
Purple.
How does... Okay, purple. Could purple even highlight things?
Of course. Bright green.
Yeah, bright green. Does your pee ever look like that?
No, I haven't eaten atomic waste yet. Isn't that what the uranium piece in the intro of The Simpsons look like? That's the color of my green pen. What else do we have? We have bright yellow.
I forgot my own signature. What the hell?
Yeah, I think. Oh wait. No, we're just going through my desk.
Yeah, let's actually talk about something.
Let's actually talk about something. We've got politics. I think that's too much for a listener.
It's a bit outdated at this point because back when we planned this, politics was still people gave a shit about. Now nobody likes it. So.
Well. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into that.
Exactly.
We can just explain. If you're hearing this in time, I'm planning on uploading this tonight.
Oh, tonight, cool. Yeah.
At 12, so tomorrow at 0.
Yeah.
At midnight, that's when I'm gonna trying to upload it. And I forgot what I was gonna say.
You said if you're in time for something.
Yeah, the COVID is. Let's talk about politics in Germany. Germany is really screwing up at the moment.
Oh, really?
They've got like, I don't even know, but they've got a lot of new cases.
Yeah.
They by far don't have enough vaccines.
Yeah.
Because AstraZeneca favors the UK.
Yeah.
And their factories aren't really running.
I know it sounds stupid seeing as it's in the UK, but what about Oxford?
What do you mean?
Sorry, never mind.
No, the Oxford vaccine, that's who favorizes delivering the...
Well, that kind of makes sense. What about Pfizer?
Theirs is way too expensive. Pfizer costs about 15 quid one dose.
Yeah.
And AstraZeneca 150.
I see.
So that's why the EU, they didn't really order. It was a best effort contract the EU made with Oxford and AstraZeneca. And then they didn't do much because AstraZeneca delivered most of their doses to the UK.
Yeah.
And then the EU made a big fuss about it. And they court appointed AstraZeneca and they didn't come.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. obligation to help you anymore, but you know.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok. I'm on TikTok, where a funny man was opposing, suggesting that the EU countries should join the United Kingdom.
Well, that would be helpful.
But well, actually, but the vaccinations to Brexit didn't really do much. Well, I think we've got enough politics for now.
So, yeah.
Did we get a heated politics debate? No. Otherwise, it says on my plan that we would have gone to talk about sex.
You're on your own with that one.
No, we're not going to do it because
it
didn't get heated.
Okay, never mind the sex.
I explained.
If you came here for sex, you're wasting your time.
I wouldn't be so sure yet. We're only 30 minutes in.
How long is it?
We're doing this for 30 minutes now.
Nice.
I'm planning on 45 minutes to an hour.
Well, they could easily do that. Imagine just sitting on the bus, maybe in the London Underground or something, sitting in the bus in the Underground. Yeah, that works.
The underground bus.
Yeah, on the Underground bus, and you're just listening to two 16-year-olds go, yeah.
I'd like that. I'd have done that. I'm probably going to do it.
You're going to listen to it back?
Yeah.
Oh, airtime, cool.
He wanted to shoot the hair tie, but oh no, he it sticks on the wall. You picked up a hair tie on my bed,
yeah,
and it magically sticks on something.
Oh, I don't care at this point.
Now he's lying on my bed.
Yeah. He did the same the other week when you were moody, when we were fussing the dog. He just sat there, wouldn't even look at the dog. When Owen, Matche and me were...
That's true. But I wasn't so in love with your dog as everybody else was.
Yeah, no, you don't seem to.
What do I don't seem to?
Oh, when did you do that? When was that?
Well, that's my dog in Germany. He's called Rocky.
The picture of me.
Not a picture of you?
Yeah, the hand-drawn picture by Krosov.
Yeah, that's been there forever.
Okay, so...
It even was on, before I moved.
Was that... Did you do that in science once?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, carry on. What was after sex? Which we didn't talk about.
Holidays.
Holidays.
Or vacation.
That is...
Where do you want to go?
That is actually the very first topic you learn when you learn to speak Spanish. How to talk about holidays.
I think that's the case with most languages.
What?
Especially in Britain, where you only know... where they only teach you the parts of the language that you need when you go on holiday.
Yeah, like La Cuenta, por favor. That's the bill, please, in Spanish.
Yeah, so where do you want to go?
New York, Sydney, the thing on the one on the lake in Italy, Venice. That's it, and Rome.
Venice. And Rome. That's. Do you have a planned out bucket list for all of that? Yeah. Let's go. Let's start at the beginning. Why New York? Sex and the City?
No. Big buildings, people in suits running around looking cool, and a lot of landmarks from films that I loved growing up.
Yeah, that's true. Then why Sydney? I personally think Australia is overrated. It's full of British people.
I fit right in. 3 words: Great Barrier Reef. Even though it's not Sydney, but it's in Australia. Is it in Sydney?
No, it's not. I think it's even on the. Now I'm gonna look that. I don't want to.
Either way, I like Australia as a place, and I want to go there. And also, the Great Barrier Reef is in Australia, so Sydney's got the Opera House, so that sold it for me.
You want to go to an opera in Sydney,
No.
or you just want to look at it?
I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to the opera. That's just.
It's in the northeast.
Northeast. Sydney's in the south.
Yeah, Sydney's in the southeast, but I would probably be possible to go there.
It's a long flight.
Yeah, like 30 hours. I'm gonna get my drink.
Oh, nice. On my own. Okay. So, if you want to know, he's back.
I just went across the room. I didn't go out to the lake to collect some water.
You boil it on the other side of the room.
Yeah, because we live in a medieval castle.
Yeah.
It would be quite cool.
Am I allowed to compliment her, by the way?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I've never said this before because I didn't know if I should say it or not, if it was weird me saying it. But she is pretty.
Thank you. She'll probably hear it. She'll probably be the only one who's still listening to us.
So if you're hearing it, I mean this in the most asexual way possible. But you're pretty. Thank you for listening and not abusing me for it, because I know people take it the wrong way sometimes.
I think the listeners can't see us. I think they still want to talk to me.
Yeah.
I still think you're talking to me.
Oh no, I'm talking to Mrs. Simon, who will probably be listening to this at some point.
Mm.
Now I'm talking generally. Mrs. Simon is pretty. Okay, that's embarrassing for her. Take it all back. Cut it out. I never said anything. Cut it all out.
I'm not gonna cut that out now. I'm gonna say thank you for her, and I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't mind it because I've embarrassed myself all my life. That might really actually embarrass us. So like,
I don't know. No. But maybe I could text her.
Say, by the way,
we're talking directly to you in the podcast. We're still with holidays. You said what was after Sydney? Venice.
Venice, yeah.
Venice Beach, USA, or more the Venice on the water?
The Venice on the water.
What's so good about it?
Alright, this is gonna sound cheesy as fuck, but if I'm ever like with anyone, where better, more romantic to take somebody than
Venice? I haven't heard much about Venice, but the things I heard weren't really good.
Really?
It's not what it looks like in the films. The water is like brown as hell. It's all stinky.
No. I tell you why I want to go to Venice. If you look on Google Maps and flip it upside down, I'll show you. It looks like Patrick when he needs water in SpongeBob. You know that like dehydrated Patrick picture?
I think so. No, that's the only reason you want to go to Venice.
To be fair, San Francisco. That's a nice place.
Yeah, that's. I would have gone there. I will probably go there at some point. I'm gonna go to Portland, Oregon.
Any reason?
Oh yeah, it's the train. I'm quite into trains. It's the railway capital of the USA, more or less.
I never actually asked. What is it about trains that you like?
I don't know. They're fast. If they pass close to you, you get adrenaline.
Dehydrated Patrick. Venice.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trains. I don't know. They're reliable.
Yeah.
You can trust them. They won't break your heart.
Sitting on something squid.
You could. You sitting on my water bottle.
Yeah.
It's a Hansa water bottle.
Everything's Hansa.
Yeah. I'm a football enthusiast as well as a railway enthusiast.
I'm not so much as a football enthusiast. I just enjoy it as a pastime to watch. Never play. Never.
What else? So we've gone through Venice,
yeah.
And lastly, what was last?
Me, San Francisco. For you, you already said two places.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to tell.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the show Gravity Falls.
Mm-hmm.
If Maslak is still listening, greetings to him now.
If he listened to begin with, but yeah.
And they've got something very similar to the Mystery Shack somewhere between San Francisco and Portland, Oregon.
Nice. Anywhere else you want to go?
I've been to a lot of great places already. There was a really cool museum in Amsterdam. I think it was. Can you believe it or not? That's what it was named.
Was it Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yes. Yeah. Have you been to it?
They're all over the world. I went to one in Blackpool once.
And I can't imagine Blackpool being as cool as Amsterdam, right next to the.
No way in hell is Blackpool anywhere near it. I don't even like Blackpool, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't heard good things about Blackpool yet.
It's dodgy, dirty, grimy, busy, and frankly shit.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't have to say anything about that. Yeah, but it was quite cool in Amsterdam. I can recommend it. What else places do I want to go? Tokyo.
Yeah, can't say yeah.
you're agreeing with that.
Oh yeah.
And there are lots of great places. Italy probably. I like Moscow, St. Petersburg. A lot of culture.
Yes. I know it sounds stupid, but purely for the history, I wouldn't mind visiting the Chernobyl exclusion zone.
Oh, me neither. And I think as soon as they how do you call it, the big thingy over the reactor?
It's done.
Is it done?
Since about 2017, yeah.
Oh. I've watched a documentary on it in 2013. Yeah, I think you're gonna be able to go there quite soon.
Yeah, I don't imagine you'll be able to stay there for very long because the rest of it's still full of radiation, but I imagine an hour or two wouldn't do much damage, if any. Well, obviously not any, but you know what I mean. Am I mistaken, or is that a pride flag hanging down?
That is indeed a pride flag.
I see.
It has a quite interesting story behind it.
Talk away.
No.
No.
People probably it was stolen.
Yeah.
At the Christopher Street Day. You know what that is, right?
Christopher.
It's a pride.
Okay.
A very in London.
Yeah.
And it was the case that a friend of it's a very long story.
It looks like it's been out of paper from
here. No, it's a real flag.
Nice.
And Miss Simon Angie went to England on a class trip in 2019, and they've visited London for one day, and the friend of Angie just ripped a few of these flags down a tree from a tree and took them with her, and I got one of them, and nice. I have it in my room ever since. It was one of the first things of decor I had in my room.
It's very you in here.
Thank you.
I know that's not much of a compliment, but
I've got a lot of junk. I'm quite often don't really bother to throw stuff away. I have connotations with stuff that I don't want to throw away.
You've been to my room, you know I keep things very tidy.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't live in this room, frankly. I'd have to tidy it and actually put stuff in places they're supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Firstly, that will be completely wiped clean. Except the pictures and the plants, I'll probably put something in the middle as well.
That's usually what I do, but it gets destroyed after a few hours.
And then this as well, all gone. The desk wouldn't have anything on it except maybe the laptop when I'm not using it.
Well, that's where we differ as people then.
Yeah, my dad's side of the family were always very tidy, so it was kind of implanted into me as I grew up.
Well, I know that's not the case for your mother's side of the family.
No, Mum was always tidy, yeah, but if the person my dad remarried after their divorce, after my mum, and she is very, 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 very much into being clean, which isn't a bad thing, but it's sort of, when you use something, it is then washed and put back pretty much immediately into the drawer, and then everything's wiped down. I think the kitchen's cleaned 3 or 4 times a day. There's certain objects that are for display and to be used. It's very, very
like half artistic, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Nah.
And so I sort of got a mix of my mum's method of, well, it's stuff, just use it and put it away afterwards, and keep things clean and to look at. So and I think it kind of shows through, because you would know in how I keep things. That was an interesting story that nobody asked for, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was entertaining. What else do we have? We're in the falling action already. We've got
this.
Oh, the Skyfall movie that we're about to watch.
What
do I have to prepare for?
Now, Simon has never seen a Bond film in his life. James Bond, this is. And apparently he said, when I was around here last, we were building a wardrobe actually, he said that he only wants to watch it when I'm here because it's British culture, essentially.
It's generally, yeah.
So, I've picked Skyfall because frankly it's my favourite, and I think most people agree it's the best.
I kind of like the style of film, but I never got really into it.
What, this?
Yeah, as long as they're no really unrealistic creatures.
No, it's just a guy with a gun, basically.
Yeah, that's where I see myself.
So I just want to ask, seeing as this is going to be your first ever James Bond film, and do you have any thoughts so far? Any hopes for what it's going to be, or opinions on it yet?
I hope it's going to be like the 007 aftershave I once bought. Yeah, that was.
Oh, there you go. Well, I like it. You might not.
I quite imagine people coming up to me like, "Oh, you smell like James Bond," but that was about 5 to 6 years ago.
So you just hope it's going to be like your aftershave?
I hope it's going to be good. The aftershave, it was kind of overpriced.
It would be. Bond merchandise is insanely expensive.
It was not like the best smell I ever smelled,
Yeah.
but I smelled like a.
They smell like a spy.
I smelled like a spy, yeah. It's just the average smell that a spy would smell like. Nothing too much to attract too much attention. Why are you laughing now? Do you think I'm funny? Are you laughing about me or with me?
I just don't know. It smelled like a spy. Yeah, it's quite overpriced considering what it smelled like, really. But it wouldn't attract too much attention, so I smelled like a spy. So I really liked it. And with that, it's your turn to come up with a topic.
My turn to come up. We've still got the topic named cooled. Do you remember what we wanted to talk about? I just wrote cold. A bullet point called code.
That's the thing. I said, why don't you write it down so we know what we're talking? No, I'm going to write it in bullet points, he says. 5 months later.
I think the bullet points worked out, though. Mostly. No, we don't. We're not planning to start a cult. We haven't been part of a serious cult yet. I've tried multiple times to make one. Yeah. I once tried to start a cult named Collective of Good Taste.
Describe it.
It wasn't. I'm not into violent.
No, if you started a cult, people would just sit around, probably get drunk, maybe a touch high, and just have a good time.
Yeah. That's probably what the cult of good taste. Collective of people with good taste would have been like. I started writing one. It was a very democratic leadership. That's all I remember that I wrote about. And I had Simonism for a while.
I remember Simonism.
But that didn't work out. People weren't making the sacrifices that I wanted them to do.
I don't think I ever became a Simonist. Did I?
You did.
Oh.
I made a list of people. I made passports for everyone.
I never got one. I know for a fact I never got a passport.
I know for a fact I did yours.
I never got it.
But when I realized that I don't like it, I made a lot of them, but I just threw them away.
So what were the sacrifices that they didn't make, by the way? Because I didn't even know.
That was just a joke. They weren't sacrifices.
Well, not actual sacrifice, but you could sacrifice.
Yeah, it has a. What do you call it if the contact isn't good between two poles?
Yeah.
He just had a light in my hand, in his hand. Wait. My desk light, my desk lamp.
That's a desk
thing.
light.
That's the desk light. Yeah, the lamp. I don't know how to call it. It's more of a night light. I don't know.
Just a light up thing. It's not worth talking about. You might as well cut that bit out.
No, I'm not really good at cutting. I'm just good.
Okay.
Without pictures, I don't think it's gonna be very, very good cutting.
So
anyway,
we were on about sacrifice. You didn't have to actually make sacrifice, but people could sacrifice something they like to eat or drink, or maybe just sacrifice a bit of their personality that's bad, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't remember that happened, but I think your voice is a lot deeper than mine. I think,
Mine?
yeah, that's why it really, if you look at the difference between you talking on my audio device and me, it's a very vast difference.
The thing is, we both know that's exactly what we don't want.
That your voice is too deep?
Deeper.
Oh, yeah. That we don't want that.
It just clicked.
We are already at 50 minutes now. We've been doing this for 50 minutes.
You can tell we're getting worn out because we're just talking shit.
I think that's the point of the that's the point of genuinely most podcasts. I listened to a podcast with Paul McCartney the other day.
God, why would you subject yourself to that?
Why not?
Do you genuinely like Paul McCartney as a person?
From what I heard, why not?
Right, sure.
Isn't he? He was the one who kept the Beatles together.
Yeah, he was the one who demanded that they recorded his songs, even though the rest of them didn't like it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know a lot of the Beatles history.
I don't know much, but I remember there was one that all of them hated except even Ringo. You know how laid back Ringo is?
Yeah.
Even Ringo.
Because I'm Ringo.
Yeah. Even Ringo hated this song, and Paul McCartney forced him to record it for hours.
Which song?
I can't remember. Let me Google it while you're talking. Talk about something, I'll find it.
What do I talk about?
Anything.
I just talk about what happened in this podcast with Paul McCartney. It was in a promotion. It was a podcast with Adam Buxton, someone you probably don't know. He was a famous comedian in the 90s, which is not our time, and I'm only listening to his podcast and have never seen anything else from him. And he was talking to Paul McCartney for nearly an hour, and they were talking about just normal stuff, like what TV shows. Did you know that Paul McCartney likes to watch Homes Under the Hammer? It's something that you would expect him to watch, but did you know that?
No, I like it too.
What about, he said he liked American Pickers?
It's alright.
And Storage Hunters. That's what I'm personally a big fan of.
My favourite. Right. The song was Maxwell's Silver Hammer. And it says here, it was a song that would not only showcase how close the band were to the edge of their tether when recording, but just how much McCartney had begun to take control of the band. As the group approached the recording of this Abbey Road cut, it was clear that the end of the Beatles was already in sight.
Yes, okay. But I won't blame him today. He's just an 82-year-old man.
Is he 82?
I don't know.
He should be dead by now.
Yeah, I thought he would be dead by now, but I just saw that.
He's only 78.
78. Yeah. I estimated him 4 years earlier. 4 years older.
Oh, I need to put the nose after this. Samuel L. Jackson.
Who?
Samuel L. Jackson.
My mom saw him once.
Really?
Yeah, they were filming the Spider-Man movie in her office building in the centre of London.
That would be Far From Home then, wouldn't it?
What do you mean?
Far From Home was Spider-Man in London. So it would have been a couple of years ago she saw it.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago, yeah.
Guess how old he is? Just let a guess.
I don't know, 50?
72.
Oh, 72.
He does not look 70, does he?
No.
I'd say it'd be about 50, maybe 60 at a push.
I don't even know what he looks like. It was just a complete guess.
Okay.
I've never seen the Spider-Man movie. I've seen the Spider-Man animated series, I think.
A lot of films. He's... Right, to put it slightly racially, he's the bald black dude that says motherfucker a lot.
Okay, I still don't know who that is, but...
Fair enough.
It could be just a vulgar version of... I forgot the other name.
Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's a bald, oh well.
The guy from... How could I? Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. No, Sam Jackson's bald. He's completely bald. He was bald for years. I was going to say something else interesting, but I've forgotten.
I don't think I'm ever going to watch a Spider-Man movie with Samuel L. Jackson, but if I see a bald black man saying motherfucker...
Have you seen any of the Avengers movies?
No.
Hitman's Bodyguard. Who was the other one?
No.
Pulp Fiction.
No. That's the favourite movie of my dad.
Let me do some Googling. If we do go see Spiral next month, he's in that.
Spiral? What?
I mentioned it in the group chat, but nobody, well, Matt's like listened to it.
I don't really listen to the group chat.
Sam Jackson.
I do recently, but not in the last before the last week.
Okay, Kingsman: The Secret Service.
I haven't watched that. People were saying to me that I should watch it, but I didn't.
Genuinely should.
I was about to, but it was the end of year 8, in the last lesson, and we could choose a film between Kingsman and Deadpool, and the class voted. Most of them voted for Deadpool. Deadpool is the only really movie that I ever watched.
Kingsman is better than Deadpool, in my opinion. Deadpool 2 is better than Deadpool 1, but Deadpool 1 isn't actually as good as people say, I don't think. It's alright.
I did enjoy it, but when I watched it the first time, I was more amazed than the second time.
Star Wars, Jurassic Park,
Jurassic World, only because I had to.
Die Hard, Goodfellas, Captain America. Oh no, you've definitely seen this because you talked to me about it. Coming to America.
Ah, I've seen that. Oh, was he? Oh yes, now I know.
He was.
He was the barber.
The barber.
I'm pretty sure that was a guy who said motherfucker quite a lot.
Yeah, that'll be that. Samuel Jackson. He was. If I find him, because I don't think he's got a very big part.
No, it wasn't really very big.
Hold Up Man.
Hold Up Man?
Yeah.
What's that?
It just says Samuel Jackson. Hold Up Man.
What does he?
Hang on. It looks like that as well.
I don't really remember.
Yeah.
It was.
The
film already came out in the 80s. I don't remember.
I'll show you Kingsman at some point. Then you got to see that.
Yeah, probably when we're doing the next podcast episode.
No idea. Are we doing the podcast episode?
I hope so. I enjoyed it. We are about to hit 1 hour.
Oh, nice. Well,
I think we could sign off now.
Yeah, sure.
Every minute it's going to be over. Do you want to do something special? Do you want to sing some a cappella jingles? Okay, that was just a confused look now.
Yeah, I'm lost. I mean, if you really, really want to.
No, I don't. Well, I guess we do a collective sign-off.
Alright, yeah.
We are at 57 minutes and 50 seconds.
That will do.
That will do. Yes. You have to get off your phone for.
I should get my phone for a sign-off?
Yes. It doesn't seem right to the audience.
Alright, you can't even see me. They just have to listen to me.
They see through there. They hear that you're on your phone.
They see through the headphones.
That would be a good idea for the future. Is headphones who project the
screen from the headset.
No, but you can still see other stuff behind it.
Hey, let's just end this. Don't get confused.
Okay, then. Thank you for listening up to here. I hope you didn't skip that much.
I wouldn't blame you if you did.
I'll have a good day.
Yes, have a good day. Have a good, however long it is till we do a sequel. Is this a series or a bunch of specials?
I don't know. I think we're gonna start as a bunch of specials, and if we really like it, we're gonna.
Because a series would be like once a week or every 2 weeks, but a special, once every.
We could do it once a month, or
yeah,
like that. Well then, take care, people on SoundCloud, on YouTube. What was that? The third podcast app that you suggested back then?
Completely forgotten. Completely.
That was it was your idea to even start a podcast.
Yeah, I know it was.
You started with this one app.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're not gonna publish it on that one app.
Not yet. Not until I find it. No.
Not until he finds it. So, à plus, bonjour. No, wait, that's what you say.
Senor. And senoras. And
Tschüssi. That's how it's saying.
Sayonara, adios, auf Wiedersehen, farewell.
It's gonna be over now.